Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Thursday, July 18th, 2019. The date I said to circle a month ago for suspicious deaths connecting to the world of celebrity. And this morning, on July 18th, the brother of a former NFL running back was shot to death in his driveway, and the police are saying they have no suspects. As soon as I saw this headline right here, former Ohio State, Arizona Cardinals running back Beanie Wells offering $15K reward to find his brother's killer, I just knew right away that this death would be connected to both the Ohio State and Arizona Cardinals NFL season starts, college football and NFL season starts, I should say. And sure enough, I was correct. So what I'm going to do is present to you what has really happened here, why this man was ritualistically murdered on 18/7, like 187, the homicide code. And then we're going to call Crime Stoppers, because Crime Stoppers is offering a reward for information on this killing. And I have no doubt that the Akron police are responsible for this murder. So let's go over it first, and then we'll call Crime Stoppers. Today's July 18th, again, 18/7, like 187. Ohio in satanic gematria is 187. And remember, the brother who's alive, who lost his other brother who was murdered today, he played at Ohio State. And don't forget that 3 years ago today, Donald Trump's GOP convention began in Cleveland, Ohio, exactly a span of 187 days from Inauguration Day in Washington, D.C. Big number with the Masons, 187. Big number with the Fraternal Order of Police. So today, July 18th, 19, not only is it 187 date, but it's a date with 44 and 64 numerology. The man who was killed was Joel Wells, the brother of Beanie Wells, who played for Ohio State and the Arizona Cardinals. Beanie Wells equals 44 and 64, just like kill equals 44 and 64. The family surname also equals 64. Notice in the 4 base ciphers the overlap of Beanie Wells and shooting. Perfect overlap with the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology, and then similar with the reverse alphabetic order. Notice shooting also sums to 37. Today, the date of the shooting has a life lesson number of 37. Notice Akron, Ohio, how you'd write it out on an envelope, also sums to 37 and 107. That's where this murder took place. And Ohio State, their college football season, it's going to begin in 44 days. 44 days, the number that we always find around shootings. Shooting 44, Beanie Wells 44, the most repetitive number. And again, today has 44 date numerology. Kills also 44, so is execution. He was executed in his driveway. Akron, Ohio's in Summit County as well. Summit County's 193. That's the 44th prime for one more 44. His brother was 31 years old. Beanie Wells, the younger brother, is going to turn 31 in 20 days. And as we know, death equals 20. And the thing about 31 is it's the 11th prime. Football is a game of 11 on 11. From Beanie Wells' last birthday to this killing was 11 months and 11 days. And again, the brother was 31. He's about to turn 31. The 11th prime number, Akron's 31, where this happened. Again, prime numbers are numbers that cannot be divided except for by one in themselves. So it makes a number prime. Now, the NFL team he played for, the Cardinals, their season begins September 8th, and that's 52 days from the killing. Look at Akron, Ohio, 52. Akron, Ohio, 52. The brother's offering $15,000, which is a curious amount. 47 is the 15th prime. Of course, there's 47 degrees on the Masonic compass. Ohio's 47. Akron, Ohio is also 47 when you run the alphabetic order in reverse. $15,000 reward. The brother Joel Wells, 31. Notice Former Ohio State running back Beanie Wells is offering a 5-figure reward. I don't think that's true. 15,000 is not. Well, I guess it is 5-figure. Never mind. Take it back. It's late. 5-figure reward to anyone who can provide information to lead to the arrest of the person who killed his brother. Akron police said Joel Wells, 31, was shot in the head Thursday morning. Police found Wells lying on a driveway after they responded to a shooting call. Wells was pronounced dead at the scene. Per Woo's News, Beanie Wells is offering a $15,000 reward in the case, and local Crime Stoppers organization is offering an additional $5,000. So they don't have a suspect. It's homicide day. Don't forget that Fraternal Order of Police equals 187. Of course, it was them who assigned 187 the homicide code. It's also worth noting that in light of him being found in a driveway, look at the overlap with driveway and shooting. 107, 44, 109. Notice driveway is also 46 like sacrifice. Today's the 199th day of the year, which is the 46th prime. And again, 107 and 44 connect to Beanie Wells, the name of his brother. And again, this shooting 44 days before Ohio State begins their season. His brother's name was Joel. Joel sums to 42 and 66. Homicide 66 and 42. 66 is the 11th triangular number. Again, football, a game of 11 on 11. And Beanie Wells' best season was in 2011. So I'm going to call Crime Stoppers, and I'm going to ask them if they've ever heard of this song by the band The Police titled Murder by Numbers. And again, if you never heard of this song before, you really should listen to it. The lyrics are pretty creepy. I'll just read them out. Once that you've decided on a killing, first you make a stone of your hearts, and if you find that your hands are still willing, then you can turn a murder into art. There really isn't any need for bloodshed. You just do it with a little more finesse. If you can slip a tablet into someone's coffee, then it avoids an awful lot of mess. It's murder by numbers, 1, 2, 3. It's as easy to learn as your ABCs. And again, that's a reference to Gematria, which is the practice of coding numbers into words. Notice with the alphabetic order, Gematria is 74, killing 74, occult 74, Masonic 74. Now, if you have a taste for this experience, if you flushed with your very first success, then you must try a twosome or a threesome. You'll find your conscience bothers you much less. Because murder is like anything you take to. It's a habit-forming need for more and more. You can bump off every member of your family and anybody else you find a bore. Because it's murder by numbers, 1, 2, 3, it's as easy to learn as your ABCs. Now you can join the ranks of the illustrious in history's great dark hall of fame. All our greatest killers were industrious, at least the ones that we all know by name. But you can reach the top of your profession if you become the leader of the land, for murder is the sport of the elected, and you don't need to lift a finger of your hand. And then you get the chorus one more time. And they're telling you 1, 2, 3, ABC. And by the way, there's another song out there called Gematria in 74, the killing name, killing 74. So I'm going to call Crime Stoppers and just ask them if they ever heard of this song and if they know the relevance of it, and then what they think about, this little riddle here. We'll see how they receive it. So they're open 24/7, 365, it says. So let's give them a call. Let me make sure that that is the right area code. Let me make sure it's the right Summit County. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, let's try this out.
Summit County Crime Stoppers.
Yes, I'm calling to provide information about the killing of Beanie Wells' brother. Is this the right number?
You said of who?
It's a national news story today that Beanie Wells, former Ohio State running back, NFL player, that his brother was shot to death and the police have no suspects.
Okay. National news?
Yeah, national news.
Okay. Yeah, if they provided the Summit Crime Stoppers phone number for it, then yes.
Okay. Yeah, it says you guys are offering a $5,000 reward for information, so I thought you would know about it.
Okay. Yeah, they don't. Honestly, they don't send up the information of when they put out this.
Okay. So you want me to tell you what I know?
Yeah. Hold on 1 second.
Just let me know when you're ready. I'm here.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so a month ago, June 19th, I have a radio show. I'm a content creator on YouTube. On June 19th, I said, just watch. On July 18th, you'll read about a murder in the national news, and it'll be a ritual, and it will have everything to do with the number 44. And the story has ended up being the brother of Beanie Wells. And this happens every single month. Last month, it happened on June 19th. The month before, it happened on May 20th. The month before that, it happened on April 21st. This goes on every single month. And these are really sick and twisted rituals, and I know exactly who's responsible for them. Have you ever heard the song Murder by Numbers by the band The Police?
No.
Well, if you have a computer, I encourage you to load up the lyrics to this song. Just go to Google and type in Murder by Numbers by the Police and look at the lyrics. It's about how killing is the sport of the elite, and it's as simple as A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. And what this is a reference to, there's another song out there called Gematria, the Killing Name. Have you ever heard of Gematria before?
No.
Gematria is a Masonic practice that comes from Kabbalah. There's a lot of books called the Kabbalah Kill Code, the Kabbalah Murder Code. Gematria is the practice of coding numbers into words. And the word kill sums to 44. So does the word execution. So does the word shooting. So does the name Beanie Wells. And Beanie Wells' brother, the whole story is how Beanie Wells was a great running back at Ohio State. Well, his brother's been shot to death exactly 44 days before Ohio State's season opener. And not by accident. This number always shows up around death. Today has a 44 date numerology. Every single month that this date numerology rolls around, there's a suspicious death in the news that's just all coded with the number 44. Every single month. And when you notice these stories roll around, it's almost always the police saying, "Oh, we don't have any suspects. We don't know what happened," or it's some young person who died in their sleep, and the police are saying, "Well, there's nothing suspicious." I mean, when isn't it suspicious that somebody in their 20s dies in their sleep? And again, who sung that song? The band The Police. And if you don't know about the Police, Stuart Copeland, his father was in the CIA. So anyhow, and this code's completely relevant to the federal government, police forces throughout the nation. Have you ever heard of the Fraternal Order of Police?
Yeah.
Fraternal Order of Police sums to 187, which is associated with homicide. And what's today? It's July 18th, 18/7, like 187. So this death today, no doubt about it, is connected to, it's very connected to Akron. Akron equals 31. His brother was killed at age 31, and Beanie Wells is about to turn 31. He'll turn 31 August 7th. 31's the 11th prime number. I'm sure you know football. There's 11 men on the field for each team. So that's another part of the reason that he was chosen for this ritual. It has everything to do with football. And Akron, Ohio happens to sum to 52. He played for Ohio State and the Cardinals. The Cardinals season starts 52 days after this killing, but it's more about the 44 in Ohio State where the death happened. So every single month, what you need to understand is this goes on in the world. And it goes beyond just the United States. It's Freemasonry. Worldwide, Freemasonry controls police. That's what controls the Fraternal Order of Police. And that's why there's so many unsolved, suspicious murders in the world of celebrity. And, you know, you may be aware of this, you may not. American football, all of the American sports are credited to Freemasonry. Walter Camp is the Scottish Rite Freemason who went to Yale, who's credited with American football. So it's all just masonry around, you know, intertwining all of these sick, twisted rituals. And think about it, it's a secret society. And the Fraternal Order of Police is a secret society. And people should really think about that. Should police officers be involved in a secret society? But I would not be surprised at all if the killer of Beanie Wells' brother is a police officer. Because you got to look at all these suspicious deaths in public executions and no suspects. I mean, really, in the age where there's surveillance everywhere, pretty much every city has cameras on every corner. So whoever you want to pass this information along to is great. I'm not looking for the $5,000 reward. I don't typically see that in the headlines with these stories. I thought you'd be more privy to this story since that's what's posted in all these national news headlines. But have people look into this and help spread the word, because no doubt Beanie Wells' brother is a ritualistic murder for the upcoming rigged Ohio State and NFL seasons. And this goes on every single year like clockwork. If you follow the news, you might have just saw the death of the Boston Celtics player's father in a hotel room. Maybe not. That was last week's story, but same type of thing. This stuff goes on all the time, and it needs to be exposed and eliminated. So if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
No, I can pass this on though.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome.
Yeah, you take care. Well, at least he listened. We'll see if anything comes of it. So, but yeah, if you got here late, you can watch the video from the start. We covered the entire thing. So, what's sad to think about is this probably went on all over the world today, and a lot of it didn't even make the news headlines. So, and in case this makes it to Beanie Wells, Beanie, I don't want any money, but if you'd like to call me, the number is 509-731-0567. That's my it's my hotline for this research. 509-731-0567. When you signed up for the rigged NFL, this is what you signed up for, sir. Maybe you didn't realize that. Till next time.